The new BYD Ute is set to be formally unveiled in December this year, 2023, with the Australian distributor of BYD EV Direct confirming that it's going to come as an all-electric version of the Ute. And it has already been seen this year during durability tests throughout the year, although it is unconfirmed whether it will be on sale at the end of this year. We don't think it will be personally, and the distributor EV Direct also said to me they're also pushing quite hard to get it to Australia next year. So who knows what will actually happen. It's likely that the BYD Ute will make it to Australia in the middle of next year, or possibly early, but I don't think so, because by the end of next year, 2024, they will have brought 8 new vehicles to Australia. Thank you for tuning in, folks. I'm Ben Alexander, and I make videos every day, so please remember to subscribe if you're new here. If you're watching this, you'll probably like my other stuff too. It's anticipated that it will be launched next year then in Australia, starting with the dealership in Sydney, and probably it will go on sale in China this year in December or so, late the end of this year. So to summarise, the exact production date, not publicly disclosed, nobody actually knows that. The unveiling and testing phases indicate a timeline when you consider what they've done with the other vehicles too. There's a potential availability in China this year in December. It's not confirmed, and targeted release is, they say, potentially beginning of next year. I think the middle to end of next year. Personally, I don't think we'll start to see them on the roads actually until the end of next year. It takes a long time to make them and ship them and get them registered and do all that stuff, and it's not even in production now. So how they could possibly say that, I don't really know. Interestingly, I saw that on a channel called Electroheads, a really good channel actually. They talk about electric bikes and whatnot. Yesterday they published a video about auto obesity, so I'm kind of keen to know what you think about this. They went on to mention statistics on how SUVs are 59% more likely to kill you if they hit you than a small car. And there are a whole range of statistics that they say. I could pick some holes in them, but they've got a video to make. They can't make, 3-hour video about it. What do you all think about this as a concept? Because in a way, you are safer in a bigger car, but only if you hit a small car. And a lot of people do get hit by SUVs and Utes, especially Utes with those completely stupid bull bars on the front here in Australia. In places like France next year, if you drive a car over 1,800 kilograms, I think it starts in January. I might be wrong on this, don't quote me. I think this is right though. You need to pay €10 per kilogram over 1,800 kilos, which I think is awesome. I love it. France, well done. I love that. Because so many times do we see a single occupant vehicle in a vehicle weighing north of 2 tons, and it's being normalised. It's just stupid. A very silly thing to see. I don't think we should be seeing that at all. And nobody uses bikes these days, which is crazy. Not many people. So the rules are different around the world. So please write in the comments how your system works or doesn't work, in a sense, wherever you are. I'm really interested to know, especially if you're in America. That would be really interesting. So when I last lived in Norway, it was based on weight of the vehicle. And I thought that was a really good system. But here in Queensland, it takes into account how many cylinders a vehicle has, for example, not the actual emissions or the weight, which I think is stupid. So there's so many silly things going on around the world these days. It's crazy. So the electric Ute from BYD is set to rival other cars on the market like the Ford F-150 Lightning, Geely's Radar RD6, the Dongfeng Rich 6 EV, and on a more local scale it will be competing with the LDV ET60, which has sold basically none. That made its debut here in 2022. So BYD is maintaining a steady pace on rolling out their models. They did say they're going to commit to 8 new models by the end of 2024, with sales figures of 151,000 fully electric vehicles sold by BYD in September. In 1 month, that's pretty crazy. BYD achieved that new milestone last month, which was the biggest number of EVs they've ever sold, and it's escalating every month practically. It's just going up and up and up. And of course, the market for EVs is also just booming. So That's really good for them, isn't it? Because they're at the forefront of this with Tesla. How many of you are interested in the BYD Ute, in actually buying one when it comes out, like actually spending the money? Because it probably is going to be some, like 80 grand, something like that, a lot of money. So tomorrow is the release of the BYD Seal at 6 p.m. here in Brizzy. So I'll post a video shortly after I know the details, and I suspect I'll know the details probably in the middle of tomorrow. They normally give details to the media beforehand, so I'll probably get an email or something like that. Maybe by midday, possibly. And I'll have something to tell you about it, which I hope it's going to be good. I hope it's cheaper than the Model 3, so they might actually sell some. And lower EV prices for the market for us. Because like I said, it should be around 62 to 70,000 Australian dollars here in Brisbane, and then you've got on-road costs, potentially a rebate if that's still around, but we don't really know for sure what is going to happen with it, and we're expecting it to only come to Australia only with an 82 kilowatt hour battery, which I've got a suspicion, no evidence really, but I've got a suspicion they're going to try and save some money and offer it with a 52 kilowatt hour battery for something like that, and make out that it's just as good and ask for the same money or slightly lower that bit of money, but I don't know. And one of the main selling points for the Seal is its big battery, so for me, I just hope they stick to the 82 kilowatt hour thing, and boom, it will go out the door, I reckon. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and feel free to check out some of the other videos at the end on the screen here, and I'll leave links to YouTube memberships and Patreon below in the description if any of you would like to have a look at the how you could support the channel. Also, just consider liking the video. That helps the channel as well. So thanks for watching.